Hi, my name's Pat and this is my 1980 RN41 Hilux build. I've had the car for about 6 months. It's been a pretty speedy build. It was an ex-farm truck from Victoria. Had a bull bar, steelies and whatnot. It was pretty beat. Still is, but adds to the character. A family member shipped it up and he was selling it on their behalf. He was pretty firm on the price, but I definitely knew what I wanted to do with it and I just had to have it. So yeah, it was a spontaneous buy, but it's been one of those things that I think we'll have it for a little while yet. Straight off the bat, I knew what I wanted to do with it. I wanted to do that Bozozoku style with the big wheels, oil cooler, that sort of setup. I built it around the wheels essentially. I wanted 15x10s with a big offset. So that was the first hurdle essentially. It was getting them fitted and then style the car around those wheels. It's come together pretty well, I think. The wheels are 15x10 neg 25s. The actual backing plate's quite thick. I think it was like 48mm thick. So I struggled actually fitting them to the vehicle without changing studs and whatnot over. So it progressed into a bit of maintenance straight off the bat, doing hubs and bearings and axle seals in the rear and whatnot. Suspension wise, it's on bump stops at the moment. That will hopefully progress into coilovers in the front and maybe 4-link in the rear or something like that. Other than that, the driveline is pretty stock. The engine is the old 18R. Couldn't tell you its condition, but it's probably a little bit tired. Eventually, it would be good to swap it out for something, but I'm happy with how things are for the moment. The canopy took a little while to find. There was a lot of searching marketplace for the right measurements. This one was found out near Laidley. It was a bit of a mission to go and get it, but for 50 bucks, I wore that cost. The decals there's a lot of searching Google images and finding images that I could copy and send to a print shop. All movie correct, the ones on the doors, the ones on the tailgate and whatnot. So pretty happy with how that's turned out. We've got the aliens off the rear view mirror there. I actually purchased some that were heaps bigger than that, and I felt these are more to scale. They're only, I think, 11 centimeters or something like that. The other ones were huge. Interior's pretty basic at the moment. I'd like to do something with it eventually. I've got a busted door card and whatnot, but for now it's what's on the outside that counts. It's running the 5-speed manual. It limits what sort of speed you can do on the highway, funnily enough, but I don't mind going a bit slower. A lot of people love to give the thumbs up as they go past, so we just soak all that in anyway, so it's good. Engine swap, probably end up with a 4A GE20 valve. I would love to have that note that the 4A's put out, definitely. Second to that would be a rotary, but I don't know if that's in the budget and how friendly it would be to the hip pocket. I try and drive at least a couple of times a week to and from work. So from Wynnum out to Redbank's about 50 k's each way. So that's a bit of fun in the heat, not so much without the aircon. And definitely on weekends when I've got the young fella with me. He was the boss of this build. He loves it just as much as I do, so we take it around as much as we can for sure. The original plates from the movie, obviously being an American combination, we were never going to get them. So I had to pick something that tied it all together. So I thought that's what suited best and had a few compliments on them so far, so that's all you can hope for. Yeah, it gets a lot of positive attention. I'm grateful for that. Look, I put it up on the internet. It went gangbusters on one Hilux Minitruck's page. It got like over 12,000 likes or something like that in 24 hours. 2 negative comments, but you just got to cop it on the chin. It's not everyone's cup of tea. So I built it for my style and what my son enjoys with me. So we're happy with it. A lot of people do agree with that as well. So A bit of advice for anyone getting into cars: have a style in mind, a vision in your head as such, and just do some research. Like, that's all I can say. Like, I built this car around these wheels, and if I'd done a bit more research, I probably could have found something that fitted straight off the bat. But yeah, that old saying, measure twice, cut once, save you a lot of hassles. But I guess that's the learning curve of modifying stuff yourself. That's how you learn. You'll figure it out. You get that knowledge under your belt.